Okay, the second piece of paper, class paper 2. We were talking about the fundamentals still continuing. We talked about the term measure. So we have our 5 lines, and then we have these vertical lines that divide up the music into measures. It's kind of easier to talk about this, I think, when we're actually looking at songs in our book, but continuing. And then about halfway down, it says whole note, and we have we call whole note, which gets 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes gets 2 counts each. Quarter notes gets 1 count each, and eighth note. So that would be, this is a quick demonstration of that. So the whole note, for example, would go 1, 2, 3, 4. I pluck it, it lasts for 4 counts. Half notes, 2 counts. I'm still going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each note has a duration of 2 beats. And then quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single note gets 1 beat. So that's our durations, talking whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. And then below that on the same sheet talks about a time signature. We have those 2 numbers in the very beginning of the song. For example, it might be 4/4. So that might mean 4 beats. That would mean 4 beats in a measure. And the bottom number tells you what kind of note gets 1 beat, which is a quarter note. So all that stuff, it's kind of like, can be a little kind of heady, but then when we actually see it in music, it's a lot easier. So then we jump right into, okay, now we're going to go to the third one, the one that says notes on the 3rd string, this one. Okay, so you probably got that in your heap someplace. I mean, your well-organized collection of papers is what I meant to say. So, what does it say? Well, if you look at the little diagram, it says, okay, this is C. This is the 3rd string open. So you may remember when you hold your ukulele, we count the strings from the bottom up. So 1, 2, 3. So now we're on the 3rd string, which here I am plucking with my thumb, so that's the note C. And if I put my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret like this, same string, now it's D. So I got 2 notes on the 3rd string, C and D. That's all. Nothing more than that. So I'll look at my piece of paper again, and it'll say C. It'll show me the diagram. It'll show me what the note looks like on the staff. And the same thing with D. Shows me what it looks like on the diagram and then on the staff. Then I'm going to go on to this next one, which says baby steps. And you'll notice those are all half notes. Well, no, they're not. Never mind. The first 2 measures are half notes. So I'm going to go, oh, well, I got to look at this and I got to recognize, well, what letter is each note. So the very first one, I look at it, it's like, okay, it's got a little line through it, right? So I look at the C and the D up a little further, and it's, oh, the C has a line through it, and the D doesn't. Okay. So if I look at number 18, baby steps, I'm going to go, first one's C, next one's D, next one's C, next one's D, C, D, C, D, C. So what I'm doing first is I'm visually recognizing what these notes are. So I know how to play C, there's D, I know how to play them, now I know how to recognize them. The recognizing them is usually the more challenging part. Well, right now we only got 2 notes, this is cake, this will be easy. So baby step sounds like this. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Not too tough. Number 19. This is called 4 of a kind, and this is almost all quarter notes, but it's, again, only the 2 notes C and D. So first I'll go through, I'll make sure I can visually recognize it. It's like, okay, what is that letter? And it goes, oh, C, 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 C. That was easy. First measure, all C's. Next measure, D, 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 D. Oh, not too bad. Now they get tricky, right? C, C, D, D, C, C, C. So that whole line, number 19 sounds like this. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not too bad. Number 20, back and forth. First, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to make sure I can visually recognize what each note is with each letter. So it says, okay, C, D, C, D, C. And then it's got a funny little sign there, which basically means I'm not going to play for 2 beats. It's a rest. More about that later. Next measure, D, C, D, C, D, D, C. So number 20, I'm going to play 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, C, D, C, 2, 3, 4, D, C, D, C, D, D, C, for 2 counts. And that's that page.